Okay, so hi guys, it's Allison Marie, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new. Now, the day that I'm recording this, which is March 3rd, was the day that the Sims team had the rescheduled stream for businesses and hobbies. And I decided to record this because I feel like for those of you who don't feel like watching the whole stream, but you kind of want to know kind of a quick breakdown of kind of what was mentioned and things like that. We'll want a video like this. So I just said, you know what, I'm gonna pop in and make this video. I don't know how long it's going to be, maybe around 15 minutes, but we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the in-between, basically about all the features that come with this pack. Honestly speaking, there are more things good than bad or in between. There's only really one bad thing that I was able to find, and unless you guys can think of anything else, let me know. But there's mainly good things. There's, I'll tell you. So right now, there's one bad thing that I don't like about it at all. 7 good things, and then 3 things that are in between. So, I'm gonna first start off with the things that are bad. I really should say. The thing that I really don't like about this is that there's mentoring that comes with this pack, but there's already mentoring in the base game. So I forget how many skill points you have to have, or not skill points, satisfaction points you have to have. But if you have XYZ amount of, I always want to call them skill points, but you know what I mean. Reward points, aspiration points, you can buy the mentored trait. And that's base game. That's, as far as I know, that's been in the base game since 2014. So I don't even know why that's in this game, considering the fact that you can already do mentoring in the game. But they were marketing it as a thing that's coming specifically with this pack. So that really kind of confused me. So I didn't really get that, but that's really the only thing during the whole live stream that really was struck me as that's kind of cash grabby a little bit. Now I'm gonna go to the in-between, and I'm gonna finish off with the good. And this is really depends on how many. And the reason I put these in the in-between is because it depends on how you view them. And there's some key factors in determining whether or not it'd be good or bad. So that's why I put it in the in-between. So the first one being there's no infant and toddler there's no toddler and infant cast items. Now, if you have no other packs and you don't or can't have CC, that is a bad thing. But if you have CC and you have all the other packs, or at least a lot of other packs, it's really not that big of a deal. Especially if you have growing together and toddler stuff, it's not that big of a deal. It's a problem, but there have been worse issues than that. But I thought that I should bring that up, that there are no toddler or infant cast items at all. And I honestly didn't see anything in the build by catalog that they were showing off at all geared towards children, toddlers, or infants. Actually, I think there was a bike for children. I'll take that back. There were bikes for kids. And kids can kind of help with the business and things like that. So there are things for children to do, but as for toddler and infants, there's not really that much for them to do. And then the next thing under the in-between is you probably expected, it is a pure mixture between Get to Work and For Rent, but with a little bit of extra things added on top of it. I say that because Get to Work is businesses, For Rent is apartments, and specifically the way that they're doing the businesses, the live-in businesses with this pack, is using the same features as not Get to Work, as For Rent, with the residential rentals, where you can set public space, private space, and what rooms go with what units. Now granted, I do like that they did this so that way you can't just have like just random people coming into your bedroom or bathroom, because that is annoying, like if you're selling a yard sale and people will literally just go into your room and play on your computer. So that, I do get why they did that, but it also is kind of like meh, like it's already in for rent, like they on, like, I don't know. And then the third thing that is in between, because as I said, the in between is kind of depending on how you look at it, is the business skill tree works the same as celebrities and occults, and depending on how you view celebrities and occults, you know, kind of would depend on that. Like you can either be I forget what they called the good one, but I know the bad one is shady. I don't remember what they called like the good one. I honestly don't remember. But yeah, I mean, there are good things and there are bad things that come with this pack. One of the main things is that I will say, as I said earlier, I was able to find more good than bad or in between. I was only able to really find one bad thing that I didn't like about the pack at all. But speaking of the good things that are in this pack, there are actually 7 good things that I was able to find with this pack, which is honestly really good. Number 1 being that pottery is very, very fleshed out. I love the pottery system in this game. Like, it seems like they put a lot of their work and effort into this expansion pack into, like, the actual hobbies. Like, the pottery wheel was good, the kiln looked good, the animations are really good, the classes looked really good, and honestly, like, the whole thing with pottery is just so fleshed out. Like, we saw like bits of the kitsune, and it just, I can't speak highly enough about the pottery. Like, I really love the pottery in this. I mentioned it slightly in the live stream that I did earlier today, but I did art. I've done years of art class, basically. I've done years of art, and they were mentioning how, like, Sims actually, like, score, like, the pottery to make, like, handles, like, stick to each other, like, it's like an animation. And I said that that's really good because it's actually how you, like, get, like, handles and pieces of pottery to stick together, like, you score it. I don't know exactly how to describe it other than that, but if any of you have done pottery, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you use slip to connect it. So you, like, take, like, I think from what I remember my art teacher telling me, it's like leftover remnants of old pottery and, like, water mixed together, and it's like watered down like clay. So yeah, I really like the pottery in this. There's a really nice kiln in this as well, and there's some pretty nice glazes. So the next one being is the myth, the legend, the icon, Trashly. Trashly is an icon. Trashly is my favorite thing from this whole damn pack. Trashly is iconic and will forever be iconic, and I will not take any other answers as to why he was iconic, because I don't know. I mean, he just is. Like, he's an icon. I mean, he is. 100%. He's an icon. Need I say more? He's 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Need I say more? And he also works as, like, the guide to, like, the world. I don't think any more needs to be said, truthfully. Okay. Now that I kind of, like, spoke highly of Trashly, the third thing that is really good is, I remember Lil Simsy mentioned in one of her videos, is, like, one thing that she judges the packs on is if there's a new death. This pack has a new death. With this new pack, you can eat, I forget what the candy is called, but there's, like, a specific candy you can make with the candy machine, and if your sim eats it, their eyes will start glowing blue, and then they can go outside and harness lightning, and there's a chance that the lightning will strike the sim and it will kill the sim. Now, it's not a guarantee that it'll happen, that the sim will die, but there is a chance. So there's a new death involved with that, which I actually really love. The dev showed it off in the live stream, and it was honestly iconic. Like, I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool. and I love, I forget who said it, but one of the gurus said, they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna have the sim do this inside. I'm gonna have them do this outside because I need just like something along the lines of I don't need like to start a fire. They were like, I'm just not doing it inside because that's not a good idea. So I just need to like say that like they mentioned that. So it was pretty cool. Fourth good thing is build buy is so freaking good. Like, oh my gosh, like they had this whole room at the back of the lot and they just showed off all the build buy. The build buy in this pack is absolutely incredible. Like if you're a builder, you're gonna enjoy this. And honestly, even if you're not a builder, if you're like, and if you just like casually build, like I casually build, like don't get me wrong, I love building, but I wouldn't say I'm a builder because I'm no Jessica Pye, I'm no Simspiration. I'm not even really a little Simsy. I mean, I probably could be a Simsy if I wanted to be, but like I build big boxes with bump outs and then say it's a colonial mansion. So but yeah, the build by objects look so good in this pack. Like it's just looks so freaking good. I can't wait to like get my hands on it in game and like see it like in person. Like, and trust, I will be doing a cast review and a build by review when I get my hands on this pack. And speaking of cast, the cast in this pack actually looks very well, even though I said that there was no infant or toddler cast objects. The cast that there is does look very, very good from what I saw. And I think from also what I saw that all the clothes can be both put on male and female Sims. So that's always good if you want to do that. But if you don't, obviously you don't have to. But that is always a good to have the option. And I forget like exactly what some of it looks like, but I remember there was like this hair that I really liked. There were some good cast items, and there were some clothes made specifically with like elders in mind, which we love. Elders are neglected. Like, I mean, they are. Like, we got some good clothes in Growing Together, and then nothing really since then. So yeah. They were using the Spencer Kim Lewis's for this, and they were showing off like the tattoos with Alice Kim, I couldn't think of her name, and then they put like the clothes on Vivian, and it looks so good. And honestly, like, this isn't originally on my list, but I'm gonna mention it. I love the tattoo thing. Like, I will literally buy this pack just specifically test out the tattoos and do a video on it. Like like I'm so excited about the custom tattoos, like being able to draw. Like, you could really have fun with that. Like, you could and the thing is that you could like say it's like messed up. Like, let's just say you accidentally mess up a tattoo when you're drawing it in paint mode. You could say, like, you could have like a storyline. It's like, oh well, you know, it's like their kids drawing or something like that. So I like that option. And if you aren't a drawer, they do have stamps and things like that. So yeah, I think the tattooing is really good, and you can put tattoos all along the Sim's body, on their face, head, literally from head to toe. You can put them on their head, like completely on their head and everywhere. But once you select a body part, you can only put tattoos on that body part unless you select a different body part. It's not like the custom tattoos that we have in game currently. Like, if you have custom CC ones, or it's just like in the tattoo section, and it's not like the tattoos you have now. Like, they will literally like lift their arm and show their arm off and things like that. Just, I think it's just so that way with the draw mode, so that way they can get like better angles and you can draw exactly what you want. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's also stencils. Like, there'll be like a, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it flashes like white, and then like you can like color it in with whatever color you want. So yeah, I saw it's Cordy Loves go over that, so if you guys want to watch their video, go ahead and go do that. Okay, and the second to last thing that I'm going to mention is also the second to last thing in the good section, and that is that there are family recipes in this packet, and you can pass them down to your kids. So when or kids, grandkids, you get the point. Which we saw in the trailer, and I was wondering like what that is. But like when their Sims like take like that like glowing piece of knowledge, and they give it to like the child Sim, it's the elder Sim or older Sim passing down their knowledge onto that Sim. And as far as I saw in the live stream, they will be able to make that the exact specific recipe, and you'll be able to name that recipe. So like let's say for instance your grandma makes spaghetti, right? And her spaghetti is called Alma's famous spaghetti or whatever, for an example. And then once your Sim has passed on that knowledge onto like another Sim, then the Sim that was passed the knowledge on to them, they can now make Alma's spaghetti even after Alma has passed on, because they learned the recipe, and you can kind of pass this down through generations. And honestly, it'd be good for like a legacy challenge, so you can have each generation like make a recipe, and like it can be passed down through the generations. So yeah, I really like that aspect. Moving on to the final thing, and I'm really glad that I started this off with the good, ended this off with the good stuff. And that is, I really like that you can be a good or a bad salesman. You get the choice. Choice is yours. You have free will, baby. If you want to be, I forgot what they called the good one, but I know they called the bad one a schemer. So if you want to be like a rewarded business owner, then you can like do things good, like make sure your customers are satisfied, make sure everything just, is just, going well in the business, and if your customers have any issues, resolve them as quickly as possible. But you could be a schemer, and you could charge like quadruple for the stuff that isn't really worth it. You can argue with people, you can ruin your reputation, and honestly, it'll be very interesting with like the schemer aspect of it, how it'll work with a reputation, like if you get famous. And I think they mentioned something in the live stream about cross-pack compatibility, so that'll be very interesting to kind of see like how everything like works together with all the other packs. But with that being said, that is all of the things that EA did, good and bad, with businesses and hobbies. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My full live stream will be linked in the description down below for you guys to go watch it. And also, if you don't feel like clicking on the description, because I know like sometimes it is what it is, you can go to my YouTube channel and it'll be the most recent thing that I streamed. And yeah, I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.